I hope everybody's doing absolutely great and is staying warm out there. So Fannie Mae announced that they're going to drop the minimum credit score requirement on conventional loans. And again, Fannie Mae is the one that backs most mortgages in the US. So if you're doing a conventional loan, that is a Fannie Mae loan. So big news, Fannie Mae no longer has a 620 minimum credit score requirement. But before we all celebrate, let's understand that doing a conventional loan below a 660 credit score, it can be challenging. 620 credit score can be very, very challenging. And something below that is going to be extremely difficult to actually get through desktop underwriting or underwriting. So while it sounds like good news and opening up more doors for people, generally speaking, if folks don't have great credit because they've missed payments, they're late on stuff, they've got collections, they're still not going to qualify. You've got to remember that you still have to get through underwriting. You still have to get a desktop underwriting approval. And just because Fannie Mae lifted the credit score requirement does not mean that now, because I've got a 580 credit score, I can go do a conventional loan. Secondly, remember the best way to think about this is a funnel system. So what I mean by that is Fannie Mae comes out at the top and says, hey, we no longer have a credit score requirement. Well, that's okay. The banks then are smaller pieces of the funnel. They funnel things down narrower and they go, well, we get that Fannie Mae does not have a minimum credit score requirement, but Truist, Ameris, whoever goes, well, we still require a 620. So just because Fannie Mae says, hey, we no longer require this, does not mean the banks have to go along with that. My guess is most banks are going to stay at a 620 credit score. Now, how is this helpful? Who is this going to help? Really, the bottom line is, if you've got late payments, collections, things like that, this is not going to help you in any way, shape, or form because you're not going to get through underwriting. Who this is going to help is maybe a 24, 25-year-old that doesn't have really well-established credit and maybe has a 600 score because they just opened a credit card. There's no late payments, nothing like that. And they've got a little bit of a down payment. So it's going to help people that are younger, that don't have bad credit, they just don't have established credit yet, and so their scores are low from lack of data. It could be helpful to them. Again, my guess is they're going to want to see bigger down payments to get it through underwriting, but something to think about, guys. So big news. Now, the second thing everybody's talking about, I'm just going to gloss over it real quick, is there was mention of a 50-year mortgage this week. That idea has already been killed. Look, I love new ideas. I'm always about new ideas, creative things that can help people get into homes and make homes affordable. A 50-year mortgage does not do that. If you haven't already seen it, the mortgage interest over the 50 years is through the roof. It's double what it is on a 30-year fix on a $400,000 house, 5% down. They're paying in excess of $800,000 of interest on the loan. The other interesting fact on that is after 5 or 6 years, they have put in $5,000 worth of equity. So it's a terrible idea. It doesn't make any sense. And I think the administration's already come back on that. So I don't think you're going to see that. Have a great day, guys.